Hello. I am going to be starting my stream soon. I just want to tweet out that I'm streaming right now, and I want to set up my stream manager. So just give me a moment. Yes, I think that's all set up, so let's get that underway. Adjust my mic a bit. So here we are again. This is part 5, I believe, of my Dragon's Dogma playthrough. And let's press any button. I believe we are at Casardis, the first town of the game. And I want to clear out all the missions that are left to do there. However, last night after streaming, I kind of looked into the missions that are available at Casardis. Oh, I'm actually not at Casardis. I'm at the encampment. I don't think I want to buy anything here. Actually, let's take a quick look at one more time, just to see if there's anything good to buy from this guy. Ekbal. Manage. Oh no, he doesn't sell stuff. This guy does, but they're not really the things I'm looking for at the moment. There could be someone selling stuff here as well, possibly. Doesn't seem like it. Okay, so there isn't anybody selling stuff here. Sometimes in this game there are traveling salesmen walking around the cities, and even just in the overworld, this next screen. You'll see traveling merchants that can sell stuff. I don't think the stuff they sell, I don't think it's that good.
Well sturdy, this place.
But, you never know. So one of the things I'd like to do, before we really get into any missions, is take a look at the combat and the skills that I have currently as a strider. Uh-oh, goblins. Okay, let's do this. This is a shield guy. I use that move, Biting Wind, to get close to the enemies. I like to observe what my teammates are doing. Like Guts went for a huge attack there, and launched them. Sometimes it's just hard to commentate on what they're doing while trying to hold your own as well.
I shall restore your health. Hold on.
Let's stand in this. This is a healing aura.
Monsters arisen. Ready yourself.
More monsters? Where? Oh, I hear goblins over there. And a reminder: this is a no bunny kill run. I keep on saying that, and then I kill a rabbit very soon after. But this is indeed a no bunny kill run. There's one right there. All we do is grab them. Okay, this is all. That's fine. Grabbing them and then putting them down. I don't think you can gently put them down. Oh, I can. Okay, great. So yeah, that's...
What's this?
No rabbit kill run. And the plan today is to go for about 2 hours. Possibly more, possibly less. Try and keep it flexible. I definitely will take a break, and possibly even 2 breaks. Maybe at the hour mark. Or thereabouts. But we'll see. I really like to get up to 3 and even 4 hour streams. That seems to be like, I don't know, the baseline time, maybe, is it? I don't know. For a lot of streamers, I know the big streamers can go on for hours and hours at a time. Obviously, they're making money the longer they stream. I'm not presently making money while streaming, so that's not as big of a concern. In the future, you know, I would like to become an affiliate, but for now, we're just going to be, you know, we're just going to be playing the game. What's this guy doing? He's applying spackle. Go you. Okay, so why are we here? Yes, I wanted to do any remaining missions that were left here. However, last night, after streaming, I looked into it a bit more, and it seems like most of the missions at this first village have been closed off to me in terms of being able to do them, being able to activate them and finish them, or not? What's this? Oh, okay, this is Bitterblack Isle. Let's talk to this person here and put a pin on what I was talking about and get back to it. That's great. That music is just super great. And also, I just realized that I wanted to take my link to my stream and post it on Twitter. I didn't actually do that yet. So, before I forget, let me do that. I'll just pause the game for now so I don't pass the time, because I do want to talk to that person over there. And I will be back in a second. Please hold on. Alright, sorry for the pause there. How long does it take to send a tweet? Evidently, like, 5 minutes. Yeah. I think that is good now. That's just... That's just good practice, I think, to spread the word about my stream. I don't really have a huge presence on Twitter, but I figure it's worth a shot. Yeah, so let's talk to this person over here.
Take care at the water's edge, Master.
Speak.
You can see me.
Ulra.
Then you are one known to the dragon, bound within the eternal realm. I have dire need of the Arisen's strength. Please, sir, will you lend me your aid?
I think it's okay to say yes. It's not like I'm committed to doing Bitterblack Isle completely and nothing else, so we'll just say yes.
You have my eternal thanks. You speak now to a shadow of sorts. My flesh resides elsewhere. I would take you there now, if it please you.
Sure. Strategic retreat can be a critically important option.
I ask you, is that the fate you've chosen of your own will?
Ooh, that's really classy. Let's just listen to anything.
You are Arisen. We stand now on Bitterblack Isle, far as sea from the cove we departed. I would ask you to explore its depths.
Bitterblack Isle. So this is actually the expansion content.
I never dreamed the Kasadi Sea had such an island.
Let's look around a bit. I don't think it's is it possible to even see cast artists from all the way here? Like, is that it right there where my targeting is? Is that the castle of Gransys, or is that just a big rock way over there? Who can say? What kind of items are here? Anything good? That's definitely a rock. So we are way far from the mainland of the game. Unless that's it right there. It could be. Like that. Anyways. This water looks pretty good. Considering it's an older game. I don't think I can get in here. Bitterblack Isle. Okay, we have to talk to this lady. Oh.
Were it possible, I would not send you off with so meager an explanation. But I fear I myself do not know it better. My past, my aims in coming here, all of it is lost, as in a fog. All I know is that I, like you, was called here, and am bound to stay. I sensed you in the distance, and called to you for help. I knew somehow, as by instinct, that you could grant the wish of the one who dwells below. Just as I know my role here is to aid you in that pursuit.
So, she said that she was a kind of like an apparition or a projection back at the back at Cassardus. So is this the real her now? I don't know. Can I read any of these? Oh, examine. This seems a safe enough spot. Care to rest? No. I thought that doesn't look like a bed. Is it a bed? Kind of, I guess. No. So, missions. Let's read them. A guiding light. Find the Arisen wandering the labyrinth. Let's read it. Request. In this darkness, it is your bonds with others that will guide you. Mayhap meeting with one of your predecessors will illuminate the path ahead. Seek out another acquainted with the dragon as you are. Dousing the blight. Purify a cursed item. The darkness here can befog the eyes of even the Arisen. When you find aught you cannot fathom, bring it to one who has the eyes to descry it. So let's just talk about this for a second. In the Bitterblack Isle DLC, it's different in the sense that compared to the main game, which is a open world, imagine Bitterblack Isle as more of a deep dungeon. A single dungeon that just continually goes down and down and down and down, so that it feels like the equivalent of several dungeons from the main game. Instead, just stack them all on top of each other, and the deeper you go, the harder it gets. And on top of that, in Bitterblack Isle, you will find items that are, what's the term they use? Cursed. And I believe the cursed items are essentially unidentified items, as you would see them in Diablo or Neverwinter Nights, games like that. And you need to take them to, I think, this lady, or perhaps use a scroll, and she'll identify them for you. And there's more to that in terms of like what your class is has an influence on the type of items you can get. And then there's a system where you can actually give items to give your unidentified items to other players as gifts. And I actually did that quite a bit. I ran through Bitterblack Isle multiple times. I don't even know how many times, just trying to get the best loot. I think I did get the best loot multiple times over, and I was just so overflowing with unidentified items that I didn't need that I ended up giving it to this one random guy that I friended on PSN who also played this game. And just out of the blue, he messaged me one time and was like, "Whoa, thanks for all this stuff. Like, you must have played this game a lot." And I was like, "Yeah." Okay. The Slumbering Promise. Further upgrade a weapon that has been strengthened in Wormfire. So, explanation. The darkness may put a man on his mettle, but it is not entirely without pity. If you use armaments tempered in Wormfire, bring them to one gone before you, that they may unlock the power trapped within. So, this sounds like the next level of upgrading equipment, kind of like an endgame progression system, upgrade system for your items. Don't want to get into it too much now because, as I said, this is endgame stuff. But it is worth noting here: further upgrade a weapon that has been strengthened in Wormfire. So, in this game, when you kill a dragon type enemy, so that counts as like the lesser dragons, which are called drakes, and then the final boss, or sorry, Grigori is not the final boss, kind of. I don't want to spoil it really, but yeah, let's just say dragons, period. Anytime you kill a dragon, one of your weapons, I believe it's weapons and not armor, one of your weapons will then get a further upgrade, strengthened in Wormfire. It's like you're piercing their heart with your weapon, and then it gets even stronger beyond the normal conventional way of upgrading your weapons. And I think that's a pretty cool system. I do want to talk about a bit about that more, why I think it's interesting, but we'll save that conversation for another time, because this is we've been looking at this screen for quite a bit now. Okay, so let's just talk to, let's just look around a little bit. Okay. Cinema here. So this is content that's really intended for people who have completed the base game, because it's very tough. Even if you have completed the base game and you've got really good equipment, you're in for a world of hurt here. It's tough, at least for a good amount of it. Like, yeah.
This looks interesting.
And there are people who do runs where they create a new save file, so they're starting from the beginning, and then they make a beeline straight to Bitterblack Isle. And they run through. This is something that Annex, who was in my chat the other day, mentioned. They will just make a run through the dungeons, avoiding enemies as best as possible, because again, they're gonna hit like a ton of bricks, and get loot. Get the best loot that they can possibly get. Hey, I can mine. I bought a I bought a pickaxe. Hunk of platinum. That sounds good, right? Hunk of platinum. Lava rock. All of this sounds super useful. Back to what I was saying. Grabbing the best loot that they can, and then just getting the hell out of there. So, if you were able to do that, and then return to the main game, the continent of Gransys, you would be pretty darn powerful.
Seems it won't open from
Yeah,
this
it
side.
won't open. You would be set, I think. I think it's safe to say that the majority of the base game would be a cakewalk. I think that way over there, maybe? I was thinking maybe that's Gransys. But let's talk to this lady one more time. Actually, let's look at the architecture really quick. It's pretty moody, huh? And then over here, let's get into this. Let's just see, because there aren't any fights immediately, so we'll be safe. Monument of Remembrance. Crumbling letters have been etched upon it, but they are indecipherable.
An epitaph, perhaps.
An epitaph, perhaps. Wow, look at that. And I'm going to say that you will not see sculptures like this within the main game. And that's all in service of communicating that this is an older area, overgrown falling apart. It's really cool though. Like an old temple. I'm just trying to keep an eye out for items as well. I don't think I see any. No. Okay. So if I enter this, I think we'll be in for a world of hurt. So let's not. I don't think I want to get into that right now in terms of like I mentioned, like, you know, grabbing some sweet endgame loot and being overpowered. Like, I don't really feel like doing that because it would just make the base game trivial and not very challenging. That's what I think would happen, at least. Can I talk to this glowing spot? Okay. It almost seems like I can interact with this, but I can't. Alright. And this is where you're going to get the coolest loot in the game. The best loot, the strongest, the best looking. And pickaxe? Do I need another one? Not really. So let's not take it. I want to be kind of choosy about the loot I take, because being a shorter character like this, they can't hold as much. And actually, when I was making my character, I chose the second shortest height that you could take, thinking that it would allow me access to the exclusive areas in the game that are designed to be only accessible to short characters. However, I did look into that a bit last night, and it sounds like you have to be the absolute shortest character option. So the character slider from super short to super tall, you have to be all the way to the left, short, to access those exclusive areas. Because I did want to show that off, but it turns out I might not be able to, because I'm not super short. I'm just a little short. So my character isn't optimal in that sense, but that's okay. I kind of just wanted to make a character to roleplay with, in a sense, you know. Yeah. I've been reading and watching a lot of videos about The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, and painting miniatures for Games Workshop Lord of the Rings strategy battle game. So I've got hobbits on the mind, and that kind of contributed to why I wanted to play one. Okay, let's talk to this lady again.
I am versed in the purification of cursed artifacts.
Mm-hmm.
Should you in your travels find such ensorcelled objects,
Ensorcelled
bring them to
objects.
me. The procedure requires but a few rift crystals.
Rift crystals,
and
come
it is
on.
a service I would gladly tender.
So do it for free.
I shall aid you however I can, for therein lies my own path forward.
Okay, so that's the purification, the item identification that we were talking about earlier. Managing stored items, changing skills. She kind of serves as like an inn in the base game. But let's just return to Cassardis for now. And we'll get back to this place after I beat the main game.
Sir, I would take you there now if that is what you desire.
I do. She's gonna personally row the boat for us.
Linger in the water over long, and the brine may come for you.
The brine. Oh. now that it's dark, there's something that I also want to try out. After I play, I usually take a few notes of things I want to look into more on the internet, just so that I'm not puzzling around with stuff while I'm on stream, you know? So I'm not really confused and lost. So one thing I would like to do is try out the hotkeys for items and the lantern. That's something that wasn't available in the base game, or rather the original PS3/Xbox release of the game. You were not able to just quickly pull out your torch, right? You had to go into your menu like this, look through tools and lantern. So it looks like, see, there's like this up button. I think that means it's like a hotkey that I can quickly access it. But the game doesn't really tell you how to do that, so that's why I wanted to look on the internet. And I think... Oh, okay, see, triangle assigned to hotkey. The up button. Sure. Okay. And let's put some oil in it. Let's take Guts' oil. And I believe you have to press L1 and L2 plus the hotkey direction. There it is. Pretty useful. Instead of having to go through your whole inventory and that whole deal. Right? You know, this game uses all the buttons. Right? So it is a little awkward that you have to press L1 plus R1 and then up to access it. Because look what happens, right? I also bring out my bow. It's a little awkward. They're trying to make best use out of all the buttons and button combinations available to you. But whatever, better than nothing. This guy. Where's he going? Where the heck did he go? Ah. What the heck? That was the thief in the mission. He still hangs around. Like, I wonder if there's some kind of mission further for him. But unfortunately, I don't think we'll find out, at least not in this playthrough. Because I went and did further missions, the delivery of the Hydra head, and certain missions like that are significant kind of act as a cutoff point for submissions or side quests rather. And if you do them, you won't be able to do the older missions, usually from a previous town, such as this one, if that makes sense. So many of those missions, and there wasn't too many, actually. There wasn't too many side quests. I can't do anymore. Luckily, you can do New Game Plus, and all your progress in terms of mission completion will be saved. It'll remember all of that, so you don't have to do old missions that you've done already, and you can just focus on the few, hopefully few, that you haven't done yet. And that's really useful in terms of if you want to get the the platinum game or the 100%. It's useful to keep that in mind. That's how I got the platinum for this game on PS3. I'm not sure if I want to go for that with this run. It's almost like half and half in terms of how much I remember about this game. All I remember mostly was that I had a lot of fun playing it, and it was just a really interesting game with fun combat.
Ah, the village chapter.
So
Hello.
that guy's great. I guess he's the village drunk. Look at him.
It's hard to find reason to go on.
Ah, come on, dude. Hang in there. That's what I have to say, you know? Just hang in there. Maybe lay off the sauce. Okay, so that being said, there aren't many missions left to do here, and the last thing I want to mention is that some missions.
You suppose this dried fish keeps long?
There's one mission here where you have to find your old friend.
Why not avail yourself of the inn to rest?
I forget her name. She's like kind of like your closest friend in this village. She left, and you kind of have to find her, and you have to do the first phase of that mission, but before delivering the Hydra head, which I've already done. So her mission and the subsequent missions, her quest line is closed off to me now, unfortunately. Yeah, I had to look that up. And actually, that's exactly what happened to me on my first run as well. My first real raw playthrough of this game. That happened to me too. And that's kind of unfortunate.
This is a place
because
quite restful to my kind.
she's an important character. There aren't many... I want to say there aren't many characters connected to you in terms of like your life before the events of this game. And she's one of them. So it's all closed off to me now. So maybe we'll get into that another time in the far, far future. Who knows? Or you could just look it up on the internet. You know, it's not that super interesting. But it would have been cool to do it. Anyways, that's that. And that's that for the rest of this town. I know I've been essentially walking around talking about stuff for frickin' 40 minutes. But my goal is to aim for 2 hours today, so I'm doing well. Okay, so let's talk to this person.
Valmiro, forgive me, sir. I've yet to meet all the people of this village. Though, one moment. I did see a young fisherman not unlike you describe, near the shore. Seemed a kind enough lad, if a bit...
So I've done that mission, but I'm curious as to why this guy is still talking as if I haven't. So one last thing that I want to try out before I leave this village for good, maybe for a very long time, hopefully maybe, is that there's something else that you can do in this well. When I was last playing, I did the initial mission that this guy told me to do, which is go down the well and take care of a couple of Saurians. It wasn't that bad because I'm slightly over-leveled for this area. And then I walked around further because I was expecting more, like a second mission to pop up right then and there. And it never did, so I left. And again, I looked into it more, and it sounds like you have to pass 7 days from the completion of that mission that I just mentioned. And then the second phase of that mission will pop up. Now, having said that, and I know I'm talking a lot here, oh my gosh, without having to fight or anything. But that's the plan. The plan is to pass time and make it to the 2-hour mark. Having said that, I'm not even sure if that mission the second phase will activate anymore because I've progressed through the main story just that one little bit further, and it may have been closed off to me. So what I would like to do is save past 7 days, which means sleeping for 7 days, and then see if anything happens, okay? So that's what we're gonna do. Let's do it. Let's save. Save and continue. Yeah. Speak.
Way I heard it, the guards in Grand Soren spend more time sleeping in their cups than protecting the realm. Doubtless the guard can keep order in a brothel, or shake down an innkeeper for his last few coins.
These guys don't trust the cops. That's what it comes down
If
to.
that dragon comes, I'd sooner turn to the Sisters of the Faith for protection.
Really? The Sisters of the Faith. Have we met any before? Rest.
You seem tired, cousin.
Till morning. It's morning right now, so we'll do morning again. So essentially I'll just stay in bed for the whole day. Stay indoors, people. Okay, so we'll just say that's 1. Maybe I'll write it down somewhere just so I can remember.
So many beds.
I'm not the best with numbers. Trying to find a pen of some kind. Mark that down 1. Okay, that pen is dry. Find another pen. Okay, that pen is still got ink. So that was 1. What's cooking?
Seems a fair place to rest.
Foreign knife.
A delicious aroma.
Beast steak.
Those fools all hold the same silly notion, like as not, that Duke Dragonsbane will step in when the time comes and take care of that dragon all by his lonesome. Ah.
This guy seems very practical.
What can I do you for?
Rest.
You seem tired, cousin. Come rest a moment.
Stay till morning. So that's 2. This is primo content, guys. This is just super exciting. Okay, I'll rest one more time and then see. I'll quickly take a look outside and see what the situation is. Maybe the quest will be available to me.
All hold the same silly note. What can I do you for? You seem tired, cousin. Come rest a moment. So be it.
Because I've already passed a few days just by playing normally and not forcing this. And if you're wondering what accessing the server means, that's because my pawn goes away and tries to help other players, and then it comes back. I did talk about it earlier.
Those fools all hold this.
Yes, yes, yes.
You seem tired, cousin. Come rest a moment. So be it.
I actually haven't been marking down. I think we're on 4 now. So let's check. Let's take a quick check and see.
Why not avail
Just around the
yourself
corner?
of the inn to rest a while, Arisen?
No?
This is a place.
The caves at the well's base run deeper than you. I know from the echo what return my...
So I wonder if the quest will only begin once I jump into the well here. But we'll experiment with that once I pass 7 days.
Those fools all that you. What can I do you for? You seem tired. So be it.
And I suspect that the second part of this mission will be harder. And I wonder if it might even be too hard for me, but we'll see. That's something else I want to do is, once I find a decent merchant, I would like to upgrade my stuff.
Those fools all hold the same silly notion, like as not.
So this next rest will be 6.
You seem tired. So be it.
Okay, so this will be 7. It's primo content, everyone.
Those food that you... What can I do you for? You seem tired, cousin. So be it.
So 7, and let's do one more for good measure.
Seems these rooms are frequented by peddlers and the like.
Those that you... What can I do you
At
for?
least it's fairly cheap to stay here.
You seem tired,
50G.
cousin. Come rest. So be it.
Alright. Now let's see if this was completely pointless. It very well might be. Because as I said, this quest line might be totally closed off to me. Not looking good. I was thinking that this guy might have something to say.
The caves at the well's base run deeper than you might. I know from the echo what return.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna save. We're gonna save and we're gonna jump down. And see if it... I said save and jump down. I said save and jump down. I said save and jump... Wow, are they not letting me? They're not letting me. Oh, I have to press descend. With circle. Expert gameplay, people. This is why you come. This is why you come to watch. This is why I have...
What's this?
so many viewers. That was sarcasm, by the way. Now let's use my handy dandy quick lantern, which I just discovered. I like how the roots kind of stick down like that. That's really cool. Okay, so I'm getting the feeling that it's not happening. The thing that I was expecting to happen is not happening. But let's see. That's...
Treasure, perhaps?
Pickled mushroom. Man, they just already jumped down. That's something about... That's an aspect of the pawns I don't like, is they kind of just wander around on their own. When I'd rather they stay at least at the same elevation as me. You know? At least my character isn't so short that the lantern gets submerged in water, because that's another thing that I read. Is that if your character is max shortness, that happens. So if my character was a little taller, their hips would be above water. And the torch would not get submerged. Generally it sounds like making a short character is not worth it. There are some advantages. As I said, you can access one area that other characters cannot. Taller characters, that is.
Jump our way across.
Oh, is this a treasure? Balmy Incense, let's read it. And I hear that characters with who are shorter can regenerate stamina faster. But generally it sounds like it's not worth it. So my character is kind of not optimal, but you know what, whatever. Balmy Incense, an aromatic stick with a soothing scent. Use it to recover a fair amount of health to the entire party. So that's something that cures the entire party. That's super useful, but not something that I'm going to be using regularly, you know? Sparingly, I'll be using that. Can I take my torch out again? So, because I'm wet... Okay, there we go. This is all very familiar territory. We've been through this. Ooh.
If we're to proceed, we've no choice but to jump.
Are there Saurians here still? I can't tell. I don't think so. Let's double back super quick. There are rats, but you know what? Whatever. Who cares about dumb rats? How much XP can I get from a rat? Feel like I've been turned around. That's where we came from. So let's proceed left at this juncture. Let's kill those rats for all the XP they give, which is to say not much at all. Is there something this way? No.
Leave it to me.
Okay, let's go. I feel like the thing that I'm looking for is not going to be happening, as I said. You know what? That's fine. Keep the lantern dry. I'm trying. I'm trying, but I'm short. And there was some loot here. Since we're here, might as well check it out. Loot actually refreshes over time. Sectional armor, let's take a look at that. I can't wear it. Let's just give it to Jerry. As well as this, give old Jerry. Anything else? Can she wear that? And is it any good? Let's move to the equipment screen. Again, I feel like that's something that they could improve on. It is better, so let's do that. Equip it. Looks okay. There's nothing else. Let's grab these.
I'll take that.
Make it a little further. Yes, this way. I think I came from that way. And then further this way. Yeah, we all know what's... I know what's over there, and it's not what I'm looking for. So let's just go down this way. Basically, I'm looking to fight a gigantic Saurian, kind of like the Queen, Saurian Queen. And the mission would have activated, I believe. So let's just get out of here. It's a mission where you fight a gigantic Saurian and burn her eggs, something along those lines. But it has not activated, and I believe it might be because I've already completed some progression in the main story, so it's closed off to me now. So I think we can say that this first village... Oh, I'm out of breath.
Please don't overdo it.
Mount. This first village and the encampment, in terms of quests, it's a write-off. There weren't really too many.
I do hope Almira isn't offline, bloodied on the roadside somewhere.
There weren't too many, and mostly the key one was Casca, I think her name is, or the girl. I would say that was the key one that we're going to be missing out on. But, you know,
Not even the saltiest fish
we
can
just
taste
gotta
the
move
bark.
on. In this playthrough, I don't think I'm going to try and 100% it and do all the missions, so it's okay, I'll live. And you'll live. Man, my stamina is awful. I keep on forgetting.
First strike shall be mine.
Oh, see how he was on fire and then running like a madman? That is crazy. You know, one thing I like about the goblins in this game is that they kind of remind me of old D&D artwork and old miniatures, like old Ral Partha miniatures. These days, goblins kind of look like the Warhammer style, I guess, is the most common look for goblins. I wouldn't even say they look like Lord of the Rings style goblins. Really, I think that the visual touchstone was like Ral Partha and old 80s D&D artwork. The gritty and grimy kind.
What's this?
Goblins these days are green with big ears, and they're kind of bright colored and comical. These guys do have an element of comedy to them, but mostly they're just kind of little creeps, I guess. Creepy little dirty dudes. I'm here because I want to see if I can purchase any other equipment, and it doesn't look like I can. I don't see any shop. So let's just quickly get out of here. And we're going to run the risk of nightfall and at least make it to the Way Castle. And we'll rest there. And if you're wondering why I sort of vocalize my plans like this
Well sturdy, this place.
at every step, that's kind of one of the fun things I find about this game, is that you kind of have to make plans. You have to account for time and your loot, and have some kind of plan as to what you want to do, even in terms of making it to the Way Castle, which ultimately isn't that far.
Splits here. Let's be doubly sure which will see us to our destination.
But you don't want to run the risk of getting attacked and overwhelmed by bandits like this. And as you can see, that was pretty strong. See, I used a lot of skills just then, and it really took a lot out of my stamina. So after this combat, if I remember, I'd like to talk a little bit about how this character is set up. Ooh, I'm taking some big hits. Oh. Wow. Wow, that was so cool. Did you see that? I love that about this game, you know?
Quite the view, eh?
You can see some really cool moves. And sometimes you're not the one doing it. Sometimes it's happening to you, or sometimes your pawns are pulling off some sweet moves. Like that huge launcher from Guts. Oh, looks like there's a... And that's pretty neat too. You see those, this guard dude right here. He's just a normal NPC walking around. And he's fighting, you know? That's cool. I think that's pretty cool. It makes the world feel alive, you know? That the world doesn't revolve around you. There's things going on. People have to survive. People have to defend themselves. And obviously I'm gonna help. Oh, unfortunately he died. Sorry, man. I don't think I can heal you.
I'll heal your wounds.
I mean, maybe Maybe Jerry can, but look, this healing aura is right there and it's not helping him, so yeah. Not much I can do about that. Okay, let's proceed, and as we're walking, I'll talk about Wolves hunted packs. Wolves hunted packs. I'm not gonna have time to talk about what I want to talk about. Let's just get to the Way Castle then, before I yap some more. Definitely, we're gonna get into a few more fights. I really want to map shoot and aim to L2 and R2. It's currently on L1 and R1, and that's a throwback to the PlayStation 3 days where most games mapped shooting and aiming to L1 and R1. And that in itself was mostly because the trigger to shoot commonly for other controllers, which would be LT and RT. Wolves hunt in packs. So I hear. That's what the rumor is. Okay, we're getting turned around and tossed around. So on PlayStation 3, those buttons were pretty crap for shooting. L2 and R2. So most games whereas on Xbox, LT and RT would be L1 and R1. I'm struggling to remember the right names for it.
It's uneven footing. Watch your step.
Okay, we're gonna get into another fight. Ah, I'm actually still, even now, getting used to the buttons.
They're left exposed after a grand strike.
There's a rock. That guy just used the firecracker move, where you launch your opponent and then toss an explosive at them. And Guts grabbed a guy for me. Guts himself is a mercenary, is he not? In Berserk, so he's fighting his own kind. Still people? Where? That guy? It's a little hard to tell sometimes. And that guy is not... That's cool, Jerry just used the lightning whip. I don't think that's the proper name, but that's a really cool move. Or are you punks? Ah, he jumped down. That was so pathetic. I lost track of him. Okay. He casted something on me. I'm not really sure what it is. Something to slow me down. And he set me on fire. But we made it. You know what? Just for safety. Okay, she healed. Stand in this for a moment to heal. We're at the hour mark right now. I'm going to be taking a little break soon. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll make it to the Way Castle and then rest, and then make it the rest of the way to Gransys, which is over yonder. Over there. And that's where I'll take my break.
The road splits here. Let's be doubly sure
And all of this stuff, I can actually explore a whole lot more. But you run the risk of nightfall. So I'm pretty sure I can rest here.
A tent.
How? How does one rest? Do I talk to this guy?
I've heard whispers.
I really thought it was possible to sleep here. And if that's not the case, we gotta go. We gotta go. Can't be dawdling around. And there is a shortcut somewhere along the right side of this canyon, so I gotta keep an eye out for that. Yeah?
Pass is treacherous, Master. Watch your head.
Let's walk for a bit to regenerate my stamina, because I think we're gonna get into a fight with bandits. They all spawn at the same place, over time. And that's a little lame, I think. In a sequel, I'd like for them to be randomized, where enemies spawn. See, they're right there.
Stay on guard.
Predictable. Full bend and nail it. So there's an archer. There's two archers actually. And I don't want to get overwhelmed, please. Uh-oh. Let's play it cool. Oh boy. Let's take a safety heal. Let's focus on one guy and just make sure he's toast. Escaped out of the way of that guy. Again, these are all effectively striders as well, as am I. I ran out of stamina. Guts kind of helped me out there. A big launcher. I need to really keep that in mind. My stamina. So that's going to be a big problem if in an intense fight, if I forget that. So right there, I could have gone for another, but I ran the risk of depleting my stamina, which is the orange bar on the bottom. We're gonna get into a battle of really crappy damage. How about this? Oh, full bend. I missed with full bend. Super lame. Okay. That was a struggle. Okay, get that money. Get that shmoney. It's possible that there was other drops, but that's okay. I'm just gonna make it down and also keep mind my stamina again. Let it replenish a bit. In this game, when you level up, the game assigns your stats automatically in terms of like strength, assigns them. Like your strength and your stamina and your intelligence, so on and so forth. All of that is handled automatically by the game, and it's determined by your class. So long as you're committed to this particular class, it will ambush. It will upgrade a specific stat that's related to this class. So for a strider, that might be dexterity. I actually don't even know the proper terms. It might be called something else, but you get the idea. Well, we'll take a look at that later, actually. The stats for that. And we're pretty strong right now, especially Guts. When I hired him, he was about 2 levels higher than me. Right now he might just be 1 level higher than me. But we'll stick with Guts for a little while longer. And I like to take pawns that are a little higher than my current level, not because I want to have a super easy time of it, but because I don't want to continually have to refresh my pawn, you know? Go back and get another pawn every time, because they're under-leveled for the areas that I'm in. And here we are at Grand Soren once again. We made it. The sun is falling behind the mountains, and we're gonna be safe. I haven't shown what nightfall is like in this game yet. I do intend to do that at some point, but that is not right now. And all of these places you can actually get to over down there, underneath, and through this moat, I guess, that surrounds the castle.
The mild weather year-round makes Gransys well suited for human life.
Thanks, Guts. What does this guy have to say?
The dragon took wing toward the mountains in the north, they say.
In the north.
Hmm? Ah, the Arisen.
Hmm? Oh, okay. So we made it.
This way leads on to the encampment.
Let's make it to the square, and I'll take my break. And then we'll kind of plan out the rest of this session. So it's going to be about a 10 to 15 minute break, I think. Let's save first. Let's just save and return to this title screen so I can... Actually, no, we'll just save and continue and leave it at this, this screen here. And I think what I'll do is I'll change the title of this stream if I can do that. I'm not sure if I can do that right now. I'll change that to taking a break for 10 to 15 minutes. And we'll reconvene. So I'll see you then. Thanks. Testing, testing. Alright, so we're back. Alright, I had my little break. I am hydrated. And we are ready to proceed. Now, I would say the first phase of my session right now was mostly, let's just call it bookkeeping. And now, I would like to get into something a little more juicy. Let's see if we can. This is Madeline. She has side quests as well. But it's possible that those might be closed off to us in this run. I'm not 100% sure. Let's upgrade some of our stuff. Got a bit of money to spend. She has a Sylvan bow for 5,000 G. Let's see if Caxton has something similar or better. Let's see. 5.7.
Me, I've no love of iron and steel.
Yes. Yes. So I heard. Looking for bow. Sylvan bow. See that? It's cheaper. It's cheaper over at this guy. For the exact same thing. It's trying to rip you off. So we'll go with that. And this stiletto is marginally better. However, I'll be able to upgrade it, and that'll take it beyond the best that my current weapon can do. So, actually, let's buy the bow and then take a look at armor, because I think I'm kind of lacking. I know I'm lacking in the armor department right now. This is almost starter gear, really, which is pretty pathetic. So we're gonna get some better stuff, and you'll see the character will look a lot cooler once I do, and that's always nice. Scholar's cape, various resistances. Mostly I'm just going to be paying attention to the physical defense number. Shoulder cape. That gives a stamina buff. And I actually really do need a buff to stamina, so let's do that. Let's get one of those. Yep. Legs. Let's go close to the bottom here. And so each category here, legs, or rather some categories actually have 2 layers, so you're going to be buying like pants and then the shoes, something along those lines. So you kind of have to buy 2 of these items, and sometimes it's kind of hard to determine. Actually, there you go, it says clothing and then armor, if you can see that little circle there. So that's how you know that they belong to those subcategories. And I also have to keep in mind the weight. I don't want to be bogged down too much by my weight. Chain hosen. I mean, that's kind of heavy, right? That's going to weigh me down some. So let's get something a little lighter. Denim. Okay. And then in terms of boots, riveted. What's the weight difference? Oh wow. Riveted boots weigh more than iron boots. Let's just go with steel-toed. And you can see on the weight there, my weight is increasing now. I'm average weight. So let's buy those. Let's equip them, and we're going to do this all over again for the pawn as well. give this to Jerry? Yeah, I don't think so. But what I'll do is I'll give it to Guts. And Guts will be... Any items that I give to Guts will be assigned for the trash. Baleful nails. What's the details on this? Nails that attach to the dominant hand, boosting both strength and magic. That sounds more useful for Jerry, so let's give that to her. Scarf, wear that, equip. My character's looking a little more... has a little more personality. the denim jeans kind of trip me out. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna use this bow. And we'll trash the rusted bow, which means we're gonna give it to Guts. We'll sell it rather than trash. I meant to say sell. As well as annealed stilettos. Let's toss that into our treasure. I'm not really sure if it's better or worse. Yeah, let's actually sell it and give to Guts. Okay. So, let's give it to... Let's just hold on to it then, so I know to sell it. Now, we're on Jerry, and we're going to give her the nails. Can you actually see it? I don't think they're visible. I really can't tell. Okay. Metal reuse. Let's sell that, which means we're going to give it to Guts. And is any of this better than what she currently has? The answer is no. Sectional Armor. Sell it. In another playthrough, in my previous playthroughs, I would tend to just hoard all of this stuff. But this time around, I'm trying to be a little more conscious of how much stuff I carry, and not to get too bogged down with loot. Okay, so how about the chest? Is there a better chest piece I can get? We're still looking good on money. Leather protector. 1.3. Assembled vest. These all clothing and then armor. Let's just get this leather protector. What's heavier? Okay, let's get this. Let's get this. I'm just concerned if that's too heavy. But I think it should be fine. Let's just go with this. And let's look for something for her. Something a little better. Scholar's coat. And that's armor that goes on top of her clothing, I believe. So we'll get that. And we'll go down. Worker's gloves. You know what? We'll just go with all of this stuff right now. Let's get that. Equip it. And it occurs to me that this might be something better better done off stream. That's something that I might want to do off stream. I said it earlier, I would like to just all the action stuff and story stuff I'd like to do on stream, and none of this. Equip. Oh. Okay. So, now we're going to sell. Sell, sell, sell. Yep. Now I can't actually remember if money is a big issue in this game. My feeling is it's not. Just through playing the game normally, you'll probably make enough cash to get what you need, and if not, it's not too hard to sell stuff or grind a little bit to get what you want. So you know, looking after stuff to sell and being very picky with that, it's not that important. Okay, so we're gonna toss deposit. We're gonna toss a bunch of junk this guy's way. We're gonna toss it all. Toss it, toss it, toss it. Carrots, have a rotten carrot. Cure sleep, that might be helpful, blah blah blah. Health, some stamina, sure. Rotten berry. Rotten scrag. All of that seems fine. This is all crafting type stuff, and I don't think I need to carry it on me right now. So off it goes. You know what? This quest item, I don't think I can actually hand it in anymore. That one gives a shop discount. So I guess I'll hold on to that. Seeker's token. Yeah, let's just toss that. Yeah, that too. Oh, wait.
What will it
Let's
be today?
withdraw. Oh wow, some of the these outfits are DLC stuff, or rather, just like bonus gift items. Let's take a look at that another time. Oh, I even got weapons and stuff. Wow. Let's take a look at that stuff another time though. We're gonna deposit. Cloud wine.
What will it be today?
Okay.
Have your pick.
So,
Come again soon.
Yeah. Now, oops. Equipment. How do I go to the equipment screen? Quickly. Oh, there. I wanted to see. Okay, this is better. Let's see if anyone else. And give. She can't use that. Let's give that to him for now. Okay, so let's see if we can queue up a real quest. Okay. How do I get to the top? Hey, this guy.
Hello. Yes, Arisen?
Oh. I thought he was an NPC, like the story guy. He looks like him. I forget his name. I was wondering why I was standing there. But that guy's just a pawn. Player created pawn. I'm actually turned around. I didn't mean to go this way. We are trying to get to the castle. Maybe we go this way. So all in all, I think this stream has been kind of like an upkeeping stream, just kind of getting all our ducks in a row for the next phase of the game. We haven't done anything too major, but
it will be my honor to show you the ready charges for the worm hunt.
But that'll be for another time, I guess, to get into some juicy stuff. Okay, so we are going to do something. Investigate a cult, aid a research team, route a monster infestation. Let's try that.
Certainly. Then we have urgent word from the Stone of the Southwest.
Stone of the
A horde of goblins
Southwest.
struck the fortress while it was still under repair, and they've claimed it. Though the hold is remote, its importance to our southern defenses is we must reclaim the safety of the entire duchy rides on this matter.
So I know what this mission is, and I don't think that's a good one to queue up right now, because it's actually kind of lengthy. So that's going to be that might just be a stream all on its own, that mission. So instead, let's see, decipher a text. Yes, investigate a cult.
Certainly.
Let's do that.
Then here are I fear this task is no simple call to action, sir. It will no doubt take time and a more subtle approach than your other work. Perhaps you've heard of the society they call Salvation. In truth, most of what we know is the product of such hearsay. They are a band of heretics who worship the dragon and welcome the perdition it brings. In the chaos come with the worm's arrival, their influence has grown. Ill news indeed. Pray, keep watch for signs of salvation as you go about your business. If you find aught, tell me. Good. I'll rest easier for it, sir.
Learn more of salvation. It's almost turning to nightfall here. Okay, my pawn has something to say.
The one named Meredith has a good ear for information.
Okay, Meredith. That's the merchant, the traveling merchant lady. She might have retired for the day. Which means you might be able to find her at her shop. I think she purchases, she gets a shop.
Who among you has seen the dragon? Who's...
Hear ye, hear ye! Attend to all! The Arisen has appeared!
Let's queue up. Let's make that our main primary quest. Seeking salvation. Learn what you can of salvation, a secret society that worships the dragon and sows chaos. Okay. Set as priority. And with... okay, what does she have to say?
The one named Meredith has a good ear for information.
Okay.
Still some shock, eh? Oh, with a dragon about, everyone is bracing for the long fight to come. Were I a bit younger in my years, I'd be out to make a trophy of a fang or two myself. But with you now arrived, it wouldn't do to go stealing your glory, would it?
That guy's cool. So, we are gonna find these people that we need to talk to, and you can see that there's, on the mini-map there, they've got circles. The circles indicate that there are people that we can chat with.
Will see to your hair, should you be
Salvation, eh? Aye. I've heard the name often of late, and you're not the first to ask besides. 'Twas a mason asked before, new to Grand Soren. No, pardon, that was his name. Aye, Mason.
Mason.
What will it be today,
This is the the barber, by the way.
Come again soon.
Mason keeps close track of salvation.
It's kind of cool how these got these drawings.
Mason makes his home here in the slums.
She even has her own banner. Pretty cool. I can change my character there. We are trying to find this orange circle. To hunt for the orange circle.
They'll not suffer any untoward behavior lightly.
Hey, can I talk to her?
You must think me mad.
Oh, this is
to open a
Madeline.
shop amidst this madness with the... Perhaps. I But I say, examine it from another view. Rather than grumble on how few goods I possess, you'll find naught but the fine... Thank you very much.
I thought this was Meredith. That's Madeline. Mason, we're looking for Mason. I think he's one level lower. Check this out. Cloud wine. Yeah, he's a lower elevation. So let's get down there. Slide.
Tis this way to Mason's Den.
So now we're at the lower levels of this city, and it's considerably dingier over here.
This area. Seems that many people live here as well.
I just heard some rats scurrying around. I wonder if I can hit them. It's actually kind of hard to target them with a melee attack. Okay, here's Mason. Let's sheathe my weapon.
Looking for me, Fred. Bearing good tidings, I hope. Else here to put me in chains, I'll wager. No, it's salvation brings you here, aye? I've had cause to ask the good folk of Grand Soren about salvation myself. Seems I'm cursed with a villain's mien, though. One look at my face, stalls a man's tongue dead.
He doesn't look like a villain to me, right? He just looks like a guy.
I'd have them singing
What's
long
going on?
and loud, no doubt. Seems to me we share a common goal. Perhaps you'd take on my investigation.
Yes.
Ah, that's grand. Here, take this with you.
Salvation's badge. Renew your inquiry into salvation. Let's take a quick look at that badge. It's a key item, I'm sure. Yes. A token carried by all Salvation members. It seems to avow one shares their ideas. What do you have to say?
Cyrus knows something. That badge may win his confidence.
Cyrus. I don't know who that is.
That token I gave is a countersign. It will mark you as Fred to agents of salvation. Mayhap loosen their tongues as well. I hope you'll return to share your findings, Goodall.
So, my plan for now is to just do all the necessary investigations and then stop right before the mission begins. Because that mission is going to be a fairly sizable mission. It's kind of an ordeal. This gate takes you to the outside of Grand Soren. It's kind of like a shortcut. That's handy. All of this water, by the way, comes from the ocean, because Grand Soren is right by a large body of water. Oh, okay. Let's go this way. That's cool that, you know, they kind of really thought about how this castle, this city, how it's situated within the map and the environment. What does this guy have to say?
The gatherings to take
Oh,
place
this is
down in
Cyrus.
the catacombs, I hear.
Catacombs.
You'll not find me there. It's far too dangerous a place to brave for a night's diversion.
It's because you're a wimp.
The catacombs lie beyond the river.
Search the catacombs. Okay, so that was... that seems like that was all the investigation that I need to do. Let's talk to this lady.
Oh, I see we are kindred spirits, sir.
Oh, because she's part of Salvation.
Will you be at the gathering, then?
Oh.
Word is there's to be a high officiant presiding.
A high officiant.
Not that us lot will be permitted to speak with one in such an office directly, mind.
Oh, what about this guy?
Say no more, friend. I must confess, I'd not expected the Arisen to chant Salvation's creed, though, truth be told, I'm far from a devout myself.
He's a casual. He's a casual. Okay, there's a few more people. The pawns like to jump in that pool and get some money.
Lie beyond the river at Grand Soren's northwest.
All right. So let's. Yeah, that's the exit. All right. So we are coming close to the end. I've got Some decent equipment. Maybe I can upgrade it.
If you've caused especially the masterworks all.
Enhance. Yeah, so you know, part of the fun of this game is just the preparation. The anticipation of doing a dungeon and it being well equipped and taking it on with confidence. I like that feeling. So we'll upgrade that. So, you know, like I'm gonna stop playing soon, but I look forward to playing again because I know that I have something to do. Like there's something specific that I need to tackle. This doublet, I might change it, and that's something that I might do off stream. But this one I'll upgrade, the leather protector. Bronze bangles. And again, ultimately this run kind of amounted to a lot of upkeep. I am new to streaming, so I'm kind of figuring out what would be entertaining to watch as I play, and I have determined that this is not super entertaining to watch. Just doing all of this crap. That's what I've discovered just now. I mean, maybe it is super entertaining for someone. Maybe. I just realized I want to enhance the equipment of my pawn as well. Leather staff, wooden staff, I'm going to upgrade that later. Rabbit pelt, the rabbit that I killed, you know, wasn't a total waste. It's going to turn into this nice hat. But this is a no rabbit kill run. Just keep that in mind in the future. Although, to be honest, I probably still will kill a bunny by accident. Oh yeah, that's the right one. I thought I upgraded the wrong thing just now. This tunic I might change, get something better. Because I mean, look at the upgraded numbers. It's not that great, right? I feel like I could buy something better, and then it'll sort of scale better as it upgrades. Leather shoes. Did I just buy that? I think I did. We'll upgrade the shoes. And she doesn't have a cloak.
The master works all, you can't go wrong.
Let us take a look at stuff that I can buy. For her. Yes. Loot. Or rather, weapons. Ironclad staff, crimson glare. Okay, those are the only two things she can have. So let's just get her the best thing for magic. So it would be this. And that's 12,000 G. I can afford it. Okay. Wizard's Helm. Like, yeah, let's go for it. She looks super dorky, but we gotta go for it. I'm just looking at... In this early phase of the game, you don't really encounter too much magic, so I'm not too concerned about her magic defense right now. But it looks like the current armor that she has now seems more or less fine, right? So we'll just leave it at that. Does she even have anything equipped in terms of arms? We are looking for... what was that? Magic +1? Let's do that. Wait. Does she already have that equipped? Is there a way? Let's just buy what I have now. Yeah, let's see if she has that equipped already. She does not. It's me that has that. Bronze bangles. Details. Oh. Okay. Okay, that's bad. Felt like I just bought that, I think, and it's... okay. Give her this hat. Oh, and the rod. So let's get that bronze bangle, which gave +1. Was there not something like that? Oh, she needs a cape of some kind. Oh, I'm on the wrong person. Okay. HP. She doesn't really need more HP. Or does she? Stamina. I'm not really too concerned about her stamina. Let's just go with... yeah, let's go with this Scholar's Cape. Which doesn't sell anything like that. And then I could have sworn... okay, bronze bangles. Gives her +1 to magic, which will be kind of useful for her, I suppose. So we'll go with that. And torso stuff. See, I'm not sure if she has torso armor on right now. I bought her a hat already. So yeah, let's confirm all of this stuff. Equip it, and then upgrade it. And I think that might be it for the time being. You know, I wish this game kind of had like a dyeing system, like what I mean by that is coloring the clothing and cloth, the materials. You know, just so I can customize it a bit, because everyone kind of has these like muted tones. It's kind of bland.
The masterworks all.
Enhance. Enhance. Oh, cool! I can upgrade throat cutters. Let's do that. Instead of buying a new one, save some cash, you know. Doublet. Okay, bronze bangles, hunk of ore. Got 2 of those, and that's a pretty nice upgrade in stats, right? So let's do that. It's only 640 G. So upgrading your weapons and your armor, I think, is a better deal, a better use of your money, at least early on in the game, compared to just completely buying new stuff. Oh, it costs a lantern to upgrade this? That's so weird. Do I have multiple lanterns? Does it say? Lantern. It doesn't say if I have multiple lanterns in my inventory. Oh, there it does. Amount 2. But they only need 1, so I still have my own. I guess I'll have to give her another lantern now. Okay. I can take this to level 2. And this... okay, I think I'm gonna buy something better. This is the... I believe this is the clothing category. Details? Tunic. It doesn't say if it's in the what category it belongs to. But I'm going to assume it's clothing. And then this one is armor, so I want to find a better clothing for her. Better clothing piece. Yeah, let's take this to 2. Let's see. Oh, shoot. Okay, defense. Yeah. Oh. Notice that on the top right there, weight, the more you upgrade it, it actually becomes a little bit lighter, which is good. in addition to all the other statistical buffs it gets. Cotton Hosen. Again, this is something I feel like I might upgrade, get something better in time. So let's not. Wow, so I can fully upgrade this. So let's do that. I used up an Angel's Pariah Pit. That's kind of a useful item, but whatever, it's okay. So I think... let's speak to this Joker again.
For a weapon fit to slay the worm, are you? I don't ken whether such a thing even exists.
You don't ken.
But a good weapon is
you don't know. Is that what he means?
Steel grows stronger with each battle. Same as the arm that wields it. The master works all, you can't go wrong.
I wanted to sell. Do I have something to sell? And what about you? The cap. Yep. Yep. And the staff. The robes, let's just hold on to the robes. I don't really know why, but let's do that. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Okay, yeah.
The master works all, you can't go wrong.
Alright.
Come again.
So we've made it to the 2-hour mark. I've upgraded most of my stuff. I still might do that and take a look at my equipment and items, but I'll do that off screen so that the next time I'll be ready to go with the next mission. And let's just take a look at the map. Okay, area. This is our next destination right here. So that's quite a trek. And we got to be prepared. We got to be prepared with items for healing. And I think I'll be buying items at the store just in terms of... I know I was thinking about doing a run where I would just gather items and craft them. I still want to do that, but for the sake of convenience, I think it'll just be easier to buy what I need. It'll be faster. And I'm discovering already that this game... you know, I'm kind of taking my time with it already, so I don't want to take even more time. Okay, so we gotta make it north, all the way over there. I'm pretty sure that's where I need to go. Let's double check. Quests, seeking salvation, view on map. Yeah. Close list. Yeah, so that's where we need to go, and it's going to be a trek to get there, just in terms of traveling there, and then the dungeon itself will be another whole ordeal, and I think that is going to be a nice chunky stream for next time. And I believe there might be a place to save somewhere here, halfway, to save and rest, so I might take a detour there, but I won't explore off screen these areas. I won't do that. I'll save that for on stream. Any kind of exploration type stuff. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna call it. So once again, I want to thank you guys for watching. And this is my goodbye jump for joy. Bye bye. Thanks for watching, everyone.